Pez, the Australian Test team, who's going to play? That's all the conversations.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to play.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of hints as the days have gone on.
Recently,
Couple of hints, but I still don't really know what's going on. And I don't think the players know what's going on. There's talk about batting orders. Every cunt's injured. I mean, fuck me.
Yeah. It's all pretty brittle, isn't it? All comes unstuck. No
one bloke.
No Warner or no Smith. The whole thing. That's a castle built on sand.
I've seen this show before.
Yeah. It's a good question who will play, because there's always a difference between who will play and who we want to play.
They're two different questions.
Isn't it? Two different, but sometimes people mix those things up.
They can be confused.
Like in my experience, when it comes to this country, Australia, when you spend weeks, months, years dreaming up hopes of, creativity amid chaos, progressive approaches to things or whatever, inspired ideas, Australia has this very, consistent ability to just stick with what we know, mate. Hard to get out than get in. And I'm talking about the Republic.
Yeah,
getting out of the monarchy.
That's right.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Ian Chappell talks about that.
He does, yeah. Don't fix it. We're happy with what we got here.
Yeah. But I'm not happy with what we've got, I don't think. I don't know. I obviously never know what I am or what I feel. I'm just, am I my thoughts or am I a different entity?
Who talked about that? Yeah, was it John Paul Sartre?
That was Denzel Washington.
Of course.
Yeah.
It could be both.
In the movie Flight.
Am I my thoughts?
That was Man on Fire. And one man on fire is... sorry, go on. Sorry.
Joe Burns. So there's still conjecture of it, whether he'll play or not. And it's kind of it comes down to the philosophical question. It's like, they like him in the group.
Yep.
He looks good. He's got he's got a face for the baggy green.
Yep.
He's got that right character for it. And, Lang has hinted in the past, well, we like him, get him among the test boys, get him playing that credit card roulette that Tim Payne and those guys are playing, which isn't, juvenile at all.
No.
But will he score runs if he's around the test guys? I don't know. Probably not. Well out of form, isn't he? Well,
he hasn't scored any ones in the lower levels. What about tests? Probably not,
Yeah, but the Starkey and the boys are around him. There's going to be some kind of intangible effect they have on him.
What if the nation's watching and a billion Indians? Yeah. You get runs then, definitely, yeah.
Who do I want? But who do I want?
Who do you want?
Play?
Sorry, yeah. Who do you want?
And there's been some developments in the last couple of days. So obviously Moses came in for Sean Abbott as backup for Cam Green. So that was kind of the dog whistle of like, well, he's the backup if there's an injury to Green, who therefore is playing. So
and
it
Justin
sounds
Langer
like
has said today that Green will play if cleared fit.
If fit. So let's presume he's fit. Indications are that he's doing okay. He's got to come through a net session or two. So he's 6 now. You'd imagine. I don't think there's a suggestion he'll be anywhere else. That means is it, let's say Harris is opening as well because he's in and about the squad.
Well, what's interesting, our close personal friend Ricky Ponting.
Yes.
He did a little graph. He did a graph. He had nothing to do with this. He just said his team, and his team was Wade opening the batting with Joe Burns.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You want the left, right. Yeah.
That must be it.
Yeah. So
not for me, Ricky.
Well, wouldn't be surprised if Ricky's talking to Langer and stuff like that as well. But
what do I know?
I like Wade at the top. I mean, I like it. You know why? Because I just think Wade's a guy that's like, look, there's going to be a few questions over who'll be 6 now with Green coming in long term. Like if I was Wade, I'd be like, and as is my want, I'd like to be Matt Wade.
Yeah.
Top, you get a chance to bat in the top 3 for Australia. You get a crack at that. What if he hits 100? Where's he then? Like,
oh mate, I gotta say I disagree. I mean, like if I'm Wade and I'm playing a pink ball test, I'll probably stick down to 6 here, lads. I'll have a bat in the morning or the early afternoon. I mean, fuck facing Boomerang at like 8:30 p.m. Like whoever wins a toss basically dictates when the other team goes into bat. And as we saw in the A game, which we'll come to in a moment, but like as we saw in the A game, the game is dictated entirely by like if you can bowl with a brand new ball, getting into the dusk, into the twilight hours, like when you just run through teams. Like no one can see the ball really. Great for TV, don't get me wrong. It's a great part of the TV show that we're all watching this summer. But,
of course.
But if I'm Wade, I'm thinking, pretty happy with my Ashes hundreds down at 6 and facing, Southey and Bolt and Colin.
But you could be batting in just at number 6 just as easily.
Yeah,
as
you can do. Yeah. I suppose like it's just, pink ball 100 should count as double in the stats.
And then the other one is, do you push Labuschagne up as well to open the batting and just bump everyone up one and have sort of less disruption to the makeup of the side? It's literally just bringing
not
Green
for me.
in. Yeah, not for me.
Yeah, not for me again.
Save that axis of 3 and 4. We worked that one out.
We worked it out.
3 and 4 is good.
Yep.
Let's leave them.
When was the last time
Cricketers are
Australia had a 3
superstitious
and 4?
guys. They need to feel things. I don't know. Cowan was talking on the ABC Grandstand podcast though, and he said like, well, he's batted both 3 and opener for Australia, and he's like, if Joe Burns is a walking wicket, you'd much rather just open the batting than come out at 1 for none as number 3. Like you'd much rather just prime yourself. And go, well, I'm coming in at this particular time. Harsh on Burns just to presuppose he's a walking wicket, but he looks like that at the moment. Fairly or not to him.
I also feel a bit sorry for Burns, who he was probably in better form when he was out of the side, it seemed like, and now he's in the team, and the bloke can't get off the square.
He's played himself out of a spot.
Exactly. I mean, there was all this talk before, and like, Burns has done nothing wrong. He's done a few things wrong since then. He's done a couple of things wrong.
Different ways of getting out. That's getting out every way.
That's the thing that you notice, isn't it? When you start because he's always been quite vulnerable outside off stump, in terms of like he likes to play his shots, but doesn't really know his off stump is. But then like in the second innings of the A game at Drummoyne, was it? He just missed a half volley on middle and leg because he's that bad. He's shifted across. Now he's like starting to move things. He's not doing the thing of like what every pro cricketer says when you get to a Saturday. Just watch the ball. Don't think about anything else. Just don't do anything else.
What's the best way to get out, or the best series of ways to get out if you're trying, like, to convince someone that you're not out of form? Because like, there's obviously Burns. Oh yeah, Monty Panesar's like an Apple Watch is here again. Is it to get out every different way like Burns is at the moment? Or is it to get out the same one way? Like Harris flicked around the leg, caught it leg sleep. It's like, oh, you've been worked out, have you? Yeah. You know what I mean? You're getting out a certain way every time. Yeah. So wouldn't you like to actually mix up the different ways you get out?
Yeah, probably.
So they haven't worked me out. It's just about 10 different ways of getting me.
Because Bairstow...
it's an eye thing.
Yeah, it's... Because Bairstow... in Test match cricket, he's going to come back into the squad for the Sri Lanka series they got in January. But like, he just couldn't face the ball in the stumps, which seems an issue for an international cricketer. That is a problem.
The stumps is a pretty important reference point in Test cricket.
Famously so. Famously so. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe like, I can scratch off. I can get caught at mid off. I can chip one the cover.
Because if you get out like all sorts of different ways, if it's like I've nicked off, my bat's outside off stump, I'm now out hooking, I've now cut one straight to someone off the middle, to point. Now someone's bowled a half volley on my pads. I've missed an LB. It kind of says like you're simply out of form. Like your mind isn't there. You've probably still got all the tools. Whereas if you get out the same way every time, it's kind of like, I don't care how good you are. If that ball is bowled to you, you're out. So that's in Burns' defence. It's like I'm getting out heaps of different ways.
Guys,
they
get him out heaps of different ways.
It's a form thing. The form will come back, and those ways will disappear.
He's not out of form. He's out of runs. So have you ever been figured out? Have you ever been batting and like you're aware that you're being set up?
Yep.
It's one of the most. It's like quicksand.
Yep.
So
it's embarrassing.
For the last like maybe 6 years of my career, I might as well just fucking try to kick the ball off the stumps.
Did you fall over a bit?
Yeah, I fell over a bit because I wanted to play cover drive at the time.
A big army cover drive. You know what I mean? So you overcompensate to get that shot.
Yeah.
And you expose, your pads.
So
someone blew your pad off, as they say.
Oh, mate, pads were blown off. It was a very expensive season.
Think about that image.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking blow your front pad off. Pads have dynamite.
So aggressive?
I know. Why is it
so aggressive?
Military, Yeah. Fucking landmine in your pad. Bam, fucking blow that off.
Yeah, so like I would get the one where it was like wide half volley.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's got me through the next.
Thanks.
That's got me through the next 6 days before I get out again. Hit the cover drive, and then it's like, no, now I'm going to bowl an in swing. I'm just going to hit you in that front pad. Yeah. And as soon as it hits, the ball goes
outy, innie.
Yeah, fucking so shit. So bad at cricket. Fuck.
I got intimidated with bouncers in one game. And
that's fair enough. It's scary.
We'll talk about this hook shot and stuff as well, which is really funny. I think it's a weird conversation with how people are speaking about like techniques with hook shots and stuff. But
just get inside it.
Yeah, I couldn't play the hook shot. I was protecting my head and I couldn't play, and I was afraid.
I used to try to cover drive those.
But I liked squirting the ball like through point.
I don't say that.
Yeah, no weight through it or anything like that. Just arms and hands behind square.
Yeah, sure.
And so someone just kept pinning me on the back foot, and then they throw up the wide half volley, just classic. And I just like threw the hands out, nick it, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about us.
That's our show now. Are you excited for? I mean, looks like Green's going to play. He's sort of come from nowhere. It feels like Green.
Yeah,
but he's going to play. Like if he doesn't get cleared.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if we've mined anything more in the last few weeks. I'm very excited about Green playing. I'm frothing. I'm salivating.
I always worry about anyone, whether it be Coley or Green, having to bat at 9 o'clock against.
Yeah, I'm worried about
international bowlers. It's just like,
what are you worried about specifically? Them not looking good.
No. Well, I don't know what I'm worried about specifically because it's not. I mean, we saw last year when Wade was facing Wagner at night.
The composer.
And he was just fucking letting the ball hit him.
Yeah.
Like, how does that not hurt?
Good entertainment, though, isn't it?
Good to watch.
Cricket's a
watch.
TV show.
Yeah. As long as Minority Report isn't on another channel.
Flick over now to watch a great cricketer. Get through Minority Report for half an hour.
Then American Dad.
And then
after that, go to bed.